There I was, after all those years, at the threshold of a nightmarish place. I never thought I'd have the courage to return. While I had been toying with the idea for a while, that day I had woken up with a peculiar urge to return to Hanwell Mental Institute. Of course, there was a strong reason to come here, but the circumstances that led me back to the Institute were oddly dreamlike, as if I wasn't in control of my own actions. Why was I doing this? I needed to know what this place had done to me, the meaning behind those bizarre visions. I'd rather face the direful truth than live in blissful oblivion.
Yes, and welcome everyone to Asylum. I'm Sir Can't Talk a Lot, and let's get into the story. Ooh, what kind of game is this? Wait, what the hell? Ooh, interesting. Alright, I can't move. Wait, oh no, it's like a hidden object game? A gloomy forest bordered the ground of the Institute, creating a profound sense of isolation. What a strange rock formation. Beautiful yet somehow disquieting. Okay, anyway. Oh, okay. That's disorienting. There was a sort of unnatural calm surrounding the area. It wasn't helping to boost my confidence at all. Okay, there was a zoom. Okay. Hotspots. What the hell is hotspots? I realized that I didn't have my notepad. My memories was failing me, so keeping notes would be good. Okay, sure. I was ready to go in, but I really need to bring my notepad with me. Okay. Alright, open it up, sit in, grab the notepad. I grabbed my notepad. I was struck by a sense of confidence I hadn't expected. I felt ready to tackle the mystery inside the looming structure. Damn, this brings so many memories. Just a EO little brat with a Toshiba laptop, and I was playing hidden object games because that's the only thing that could run on that laptop. Oh, there's someone inside? 8 p.m. It's gonna be a very cinematic game.
Welcome to the Hanwell Mental Institute. What can I do for you?
I wasn't expecting to find anyone here.
Oh? And why is that?
Well, this is gonna sound a bit strange, but I thought this building was abandoned.
As you can see, that's no longer the case. My name is Julia, and I'm the receptionist for the Institute. Why are you here?
Okay, people. Julia.
So you were the receptionist here?
Yes, this is my first night. The Institute is operating with minimal staff until renovations are complete.
Do you cover a position other than receptionist? I feel this place needs a lot of staff.
Not at the moment. I'm just waiting on people to show up at the door and helping them whenever needed.
Sounds like you're doing a good job.
Perhaps. There's not much I can do at the moment.
I see how the position could be a bit tedious. At least until there's more people arriving.
Alright, cool. Into task, into the institute.
This is an awkward situation. I was hoping to take a look around the Institute.
But you thought it was abandoned.
Yes.
Indeed, and that's why I thought nobody would mind.
We certainly do mind. This is private property, you know. Hanwell Mental Institute was never abandoned, just closed to the public until recently. And still, deserted or not, it's not like just anyone can walk inside. You do realize that.
This caught me completely by surprise. I'm not sure what to say.
Well, you can start by explaining yourself. Why did you come here?
Okay, topics. Building not abandoned.
The last thing I expected was to find people here tonight. I assumed the Institute had shut down indefinitely.
Not indefinitely.
Why
It's
is
true
this
that it ceased to
conversation not
operate for a
moving
number
from
of
that?
years, but we're in the process of reopening it now. While not in the most pristine of conditions, which should be evident if you look around, the structure is still robust and usable, but there's a lot of work to do.
I must say its general state is indeed rough. But I can see how with some cleanup, intensive cleanup, you could get this place up and running again.
Also, other mental hospitals in the region are growing overcrowded, which has prompted state authorities to reuse this place.
Why are other hospitals so overcrowded?
I can't say. Maybe it's the times we're living in. Don't you feel somewhat overwhelmed by everything that's going on in the world? I often do. Guess some people are less prepared to cope with all that and, need help.
I see your point.
Still, that doesn't mean I can allow a complete stranger in.
Well, say that you were here once upon a time.
So, let me get this straight. The whole institute is being reopened?
That's what I said. Patients from smaller hospitals who are not getting proper attention are being relocated here, and extensive renovations are scheduled to begin tomorrow.
It all seems rather empty, though.
Tonight, it's just me, security, Dr. Miller, and a few patients in the building.
This isn't my first time here, you know.
Oh, you used to work here?
Well, I'm very much acquainted with this institute.
You should have said so in the first place. I still don't understand why you came all the way up here in the evening.
There's something from those old days that I need to find, and quite urgently. It's a health issue.
You sound serious.
Very much so.
And you're looking for...
Documents mostly, maybe some notes. There's a matter of great importance that I need to understand.
Well, it's a highly unusual situation, but it's not like you can cause much trouble. And if you do, I'll have the security guard have a not-so-friendly talk with you.
Understood.
Let's talk rules then. First, you're fully responsible for your own safety.
I accept all the risks.
You must also leave before dawn. The construction workers are arriving early and will turn the place upside down. And please, steer clear of the upper floors. There's dangerous equipment up there. Do we have an agreement?
Yes, we do. Thank you so much.
So wait,
Julia.
you're just gonna
This
allow
means a
him
lot.
to run around?
Very well. Go ahead. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Okay.
Me too.
I would love to explore an
Something
abandoned
tells me this
asylum
is
one
my
day.
last chance before the institute as I knew it ceases to be.
It's going to be a whole different place in the morning, that's for sure.
Right click to end the conversation. My condition, sure.
You know, I didn't have the best of experiences at the Hanwell Mental Institute.
I'm sorry to hear that. As I told you, I'm not familiar with those days. My understanding is that things were rough. But I can assure that all current staff members are new and everyone is eager to get this place up and running again.
Julia, your enthusiasm is commendable, considering the state of this place.
I like to think positive.
I'm done for now.
Alright. Fuck's sake. Let's go. Alright, what you got here? Alright. What about it? Do I... What? No, no, that's escape. Wait. Oh, while I'm here. Okay. Yes, I would like to save the session before I lose my god. No. God damn it, game. Stop it. Stop. Why can I... why am I looking at this picture? Okay, anyway. So... she told me not to go upstairs. An old but elegant grandfather clock which was unfortunately no longer working. Okay. Visitors would sit here to speak with their relatives or loved ones. Such a desolated sight now was heartbreaking. Okay. Why am I looking at? Okay. Left click to put it down. Just a pair of glasses. I don't know why I picked it up. Can't pick the notepad. I assume an alarm button but didn't work. It might have been used to alert security. Okay, sure. Okay, God's sake. I began to remember the layout of the building. This was an administrative area with offices for a few key something. A thick veil of grime covers the window. It was a shame. I could have used a glimpse of outside world. VC. Ooh, bathroom? It's out of service. Okay, what am I looking at? How do I go back out of here? Oh, look at that. Out of service. I wasn't planning on going in anyway. The toilet didn't feel very private in this current state. Alright, I don't know why I came in the bathroom then. What should we have here? That's where I came from. The light is not working. Our first office inside. What should we have here? Okay, relaxing music. Cool. Hanwell Mental Institute. For decades, the Hanwell... Ooh, okay, thank you very much. For decades, the Hanwell Mental Institute housed patients from many ages with varying degrees of mental illnesses. Feeble-minded men and women not fit for living independently in the society were admitted and received excellent nursing care. Okay, I don't need to see that. Facilities, well-qualified personnel. The 4-story building was constructed atop of a cliff. Okay, everyday patient could spend their time in the vast courtyard, library, or game room and they take part in other leisure activities. The most capable ones were periodically selected to help with daily duties such as laundry, cooking, and blah blah blah. Housing over 300 patients. Okay, cool. Therapists, according to the cognitive capabilities of their members, engaging each individual in diverse approaches to therapy. These include standard rehabilitation, hydrotherapy, group therapy, and for more difficult cases, other more stringent methods. Okay. Okay, I have to read this. Please be more mindful of the vinyl records. Okay, it's a shame disgrace to all hard work nurses to keep. Okay, useless information that I don't need to know about. I could still perceive the smell of his intensely sung cigarettes. Okay, nothing else to grab here. Let's get out of here. What? Did I ask? Okay. Perception. What are my goals exactly? How do I open my notepad? Is it N? Ooh, control zoom. Archives. Yeah, that's documentation, I guess. Whoa, there are so many things here. Many rows of boxes are presumably filled with administrative paperwork. Adorned east wall. Okay. Oh, is that a map? The wiring diagram seemed to indicate the location of speaker across the section of the first floor. I see. Right click to show the item you're carrying. I don't think I'm carrying anything. Is it not working? Oh, I don't have a vinyl on it. Yeah, that might be it. Okay, back up. All right, a register of patients who had forever become part of mental manual. A register, yeah, sure, okay. Nothing new. I figured the letter opener could come in handy. No, it was impossible to pull it out. Certain item game picked up and used later. Right click to open your journal. Oh, that's how you open it. Okay, items. I got letter opener, people, Dr. Miller. Juliet mentioned that an intriguing Dr. Miller was taking over operation in the institute. Clearly someone I speak with eventually. I see. Remember my past, investigate the offices. The administrative section seems like a suitable spot to begin my search. Perhaps someone had left notes that would trigger a memory. Ah, that's my goal. Okay. Bringing a match to the room. Yeah, sure. Although the student doctors seem to have graduated from the same university. So are you telling me I can grab the vinyl? Okay, no, I cannot. Alright, I'm trying to find Dr. Miller. That's back to receptionist. Offices and waiting room. Okay. Dr. Eberbackner. Dimly lit office belonged to Dr. Anne, a stern-cold psychologist whom I remember from my stay in the institute. I was surprised to find the room unlocked. It's not supposed to be unlocked, I see. Ooh. No. Okay, cassette player. I'll keep that in mind where the cassette player is. The pilot document about workers in the institute. When I first arrived at the institute, I wasn't sure what to expect. Though it's well located and facility are modern, effective, the horse and buggy mentality of the staff approach to medicine are appalling. It's been a few weeks already since I got here, and I know for certain that I won't get along with Elias. I can't appreciate Dr. Hanwell's perspective and his need to take a firm hand in everyday activities at the institute. I know too well what it means to deal with these sick, mindless individuals. But Elias is altogether different matter. His attitude is borderline brutish, and it dates back to bygone era of barbaric practices. I can't understand how this character has attained so much rank and power at the institute. Wish I could understand that Hanwell saw in him. In spite of journal adverse environment, I'm anxious to start testing my theories with a number of patients. Fortunately, the staff seem to respect my background and extensive studies. They almost seem intimidated by them. Even Elias treats me differently with a kind of silent doubt, as if he didn't know what to expect. And I've seen how he treats women in the institute, yet I must be some sort of puzzle to him. So I look forward to keeping my notes and observations in the journal. I'll be working with the particularly diverse group, with some of its members exhibiting extreme and promising pathologies. Rebecca is by far the most intriguing subject. This woman has been schizophrenic from a young age, exhibiting a rambling and erratic personality, no family or social life to speak of. She used to live in the suburbs, where she roamed aimlessly in the streets. Your typical town loony. Last year, she was viciously raped by two thugs, then left heavily beaten, bruising in damp alley. It's a miracle she's still alive. It's a miracle anyone cared to save her. Sadly, she became pregnant after the attack, which sent her psyche into an even darker downward spiral. Her mind is in a nadir now. She thinks she's carrying the spawn of the devil and is repeatedly attempting to perform an abortion. The fringe case by any means, and the sort of patient that would receive unabashed shock treatment in other institutes, and this perfect subject to test newer, less invasive approaches to mind healing. Our first group of therapy session will begin tomorrow with about half a dozen patients or so. I've been told I'm going to focus on one particular group for now, and I believe Hanwell himself will be present for the first session. Nothing of sort has been attempted in this place, and I'm excited to take the first step into brighter new age of psychology. Well, that's riveting and dark, but riveting nonetheless. Okay, so I don't have a tape to play at the tape recorder. Okay, I think I can just leave now. Alright, don't know about that. Dr. Hawthorne. This must be the waiting room. Useless as they were, the chairs couldn't even pass for proper decoration. The psychology of love. Ooh. Anyway. Interesting. The opening of the West Infirmary, 1878. Reason for admission. Okay. So many. Okay. Alright, Dr. Hawthorne. The office of someone named Hawthorne. What do you mean? Okay, I don't have the key. Probably is locked. Janitor. The vast and lonely ocean extended by as far as I can see. Holy shit, that's a dark place. It was too dark in the closet. Oh, it's light here. Bunch of meaningless note left for the poor janitor. Okay. Psyche study of neutrons. What? Why? Why did I open this up? That's a weird thing to do. Several liquid that were no use to me, some are dangerous even. Nothing important. I had an impression that if it worked, the radio would only play pre-war transmissions. Okay, archive daily. Okay. I see a hint here. Okay, the psych of steady. Neurotrans. I'll keep that in mind. So, what does that mean, you may think? As someone who's played the hell out of hidden object games, I know a hint when I see one. Okay, nothing else here. Let's get out of here. We have a map here. A beautiful thing. Alright, visiting room to the second floor. Archives meeting room. Cool. Hawthorne. Corridor. Alright, cool, whatever, man. Library, infirmary, cafeteria, male infirmary. Alright. Alright, nothing. Okay, this is badly barricaded for some reason. The door seemed to be latched from the other side. Alright, library is not in access. Alright, cafeteria and male infirmary. Nothing. The door seemed to be stuck. Alright, there's something happening here. Why can't I look inside? Okay, the door seemed to be shut tight. There's a bloody handprint on the wall. I guess I can go to the first floor. Interesting. Alright, the door wouldn't open. Okay. Wow, I am completely stunned because there's no other way to go. I gotta talk to her, I guess.
Have you been upstairs?
Not at all.
Don't lie to me. I thought I could trust you, but I may start having second thoughts.
All right, I'm sorry. I had a quick look, but didn't go very far.
Please, I told you, the upper floors are off limits.
Don't worry, Julie.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, topic, people. Oh yeah, Dr. Miller, where the fuck is he?
Dr. Miller?
He has been appointed as the new head director of the Institute, and he's overseeing the whole reopening process.
I thought Hanwell was the director. Isn't that the name of the Institute?
That was a long time ago, and I'm not sure about that history either. I do recall that Dr. Miller and Dr. Hanwell were acquainted with each other. And I don't think Dr. Miller is planning to change the name of the Institute either, out of respect for Dr. Hanwell.
Where can I find
I'm sorry, I can't tell you.
Okay,
Why?
I accidentally clicked on
Because
Dr.
that
Miller
area
again.
is off limits, and we had an agreement.
Fine. I don't want to get you into trouble.
Okay.
Julia, do you know of a therapist named Anne Ebers-Baker?
Oh, Ebers
No,
Baker.
I'm sorry. She used to work here?
I believe so, yes.
In that case, I've no idea. As far as I understand, they're only hiring new people.
This topic is giving me a headache.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, anyway, topic. Yeah.
You know, I found the most strange note in the trash.
Are you picking up random trash?
What? No. I just happened to see the paper in a bag.
Okay, I'll bite. What's on the paper?
It looks like notes for chapters in a book. Very abbreviated.
Oh!
Well, there are many books in the meeting room.
You're right. I might go and take another look.
That's the name of a chapter?
What do you know about the Kirkbride architecture?
Phew, that's a loaded topic. It's the structure of this very same building.
Yes, I assumed as much.
But I know it became dated and impractical, and a big part of the upcoming renovations beginning tomorrow is to turn this old design into a more flexible layout.
Sounds ambitious.
I hear they're going to tear the place apart.
Okay. Well, that's all I
all for
have. All right, so that's actually a chapter. Okay, this is something. All right. So most likely, the book I'm trying to find will have the code for the chapter. There's nothing here. All right, there's nothing here, and nothing here. All right, there's another one up here, AF. Which, yeah, I kind of... What? No, it's already open. Okay. All right. An ideal complaint. The recovery rate at the institute was high thanks to the advanced treatment and the novel group of therapist technique pioneered by universally acclaimed psychologist Dr. Ann. Even patients with extreme mental disorders showed meaningful progress under her care and went on a joyful life within the walls of the institute. Many others returned to their families in time, ready to face new challenging experiences in their improved conditions. She organized and directed group therapy sessions for patients who had a chance of recovering or demonstrated ability to reason. She even took a part in many of those sessions herself, investigating an unusual amount of efforts in her patient progress. Her dedication, sure. The honorable person she was in fact wholly uninterested in patients themselves and focused rather on the improvement of science. It was by pure chance that her patient improved in return. In later years, demeanor became cold and calculating. She began to neglect herself, always showing up to work untidy and excluding a somber mood. Rumors that she made startling discovery abound to this day. I see. Alright, I understand what I must do now. Motherfucker, I need to find this. But first, this thing right here.
Please. I'm all right. This is not in my head. People are mean here. I need to leave.
Oh, this was the first vision ever. A bizarre hallucination faded abruptly as it came. It seemed random but involuntary fragment of my memory, unless there was a reason behind it. Did I know this person? Okay, interesting. I think it's, neurotransmitters. Neurotrans, psych of study, the study of psychology. I think it's 134. Yep, I was right. It was weird. It was written weirdly, but no, I was right about that. All right, whatever. All right, I got the tape. What the fuck? Go that way.
Earlier this morning, I used foul language in reprimanding a clumsy nurse who forgot to lock the door to the female wing. Truly offensive, dirty words. I don't recall ever doing that before. I've clearly been under a lot of stress lately. My worst fear is becoming another Alice, so I need to remain level-headed and focused. It's this place. There's a general feeling of unease in the Institute, and those unsettling rumors don't help. But the main reason for my jumpy state has to be the baffling regression in Group E. It's disconcerting and worrying. I'm giving Alice too many reasons to use shock treatment on these patients and take all of us decades back in time. Alice Hawthorne, the backwards time traveler, that fucking bastard. Huh, there you go. I did it again. Of all the cases, Rebecca is obviously the most puzzling one. She's having nightmares about her attackers again, after a month of not uttering a word about the incident. And she's also becoming increasingly violent. I fear she will seriously harm herself. Yesterday, Alice found her viciously scratching her stomach. So much she left flesh wounds. She should be giving birth sometime in July. That's 3 weeks from now. Certainly this fact could be the explanation for her regression, if it wasn't for the rest of them.
Okay, so this was the flesh wound on her stomach. Alright, back up. Back up. Alright, cassette is done. Topics. Group E and TAS. Find the therapy room. Alright, I have to go to talk to the receptionist again. Interesting.
Julia, it's Bruno. Our adorable, high-risk patient has escaped again. No idea how he does that. Please call someone. I need assistance immediately. I'm outside the cafeteria.
Interesting. Julia's not here anymore. Time to snoop around, they say. Several scribbled notes were scattered on the desk. Okay, just like the rest of the institute, the phone, the style. Okay, sure. A list of visitors. Elegant typewriter. A good idea to keep that code nearby. I see no keys. Anyway, they say something about the cafeteria.
Hold on.
Oh, hey there, security guard.
Who the hell are you?
I'm just looking around.
You what? Does this look like a shopping mall to you?
I spoke with Julia and she gave me permission. You don't need to worry about me.
This place. It's unbelievable. Am I the only one taking my job seriously?
Hey.
Well,
Look, it doesn't matter. I have enough on my plate with this patient on the loose. Just be on your way.
Patient on the loose?
Yeah, I managed to lock him inside the cafeteria. See for yourself.
Is there gonna be a jump scare? Yep. Wow, he does not look friendly. Wow, he does not look friendly. Can I talk to you, bud?
I see what you mean. That guy seems dangerous.
Dangerous? He's a flaming demon. He's tearing down the whole place. At this rate, there won't be a cafeteria in the morning.
You do seem busy, but can I ask some questions anyway?
Sure, whatever. The name's Bruno.
Hey there, Bruno. Alright, Bruno. Who the hell are you and why are you existing? I can ask him absolutely anything, can I not? But I do want to ask about Dr. Miller. Yeah, do you know this Dr.
Yeah.
Miller?
I've seen him around, but he's a reserved fellow. Haven't spoken much with him. He's the one calling the shots now.
What do you mean, calling the shots?
Dude, are you a bit slow? He's going to be in charge when this place officially reopens. And I hear he's also secured the money to make all this happen.
Wow. Tell me about you, Bruno.
I'm just what you see. Nothing more.
I see a troubled man in front of me with an attitude problem.
Whoa.
Ha,
Where's
so
this coming
funny.
from?
Let me know how you feel after you spend a few more hours in this place.
Like I said, I met Julia at the entrance. She seems to be a really nice person.
She's cool, but that's also her weakness. Sometimes she can be too nice.
What do you mean?
I mean,
For
I'm walking
example,
around.
As a receptionist, she let in a complete stranger who talks too much.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, I do.
Does the name Ebersbaker ring a bell?
I remember seeing an office with that name, but that's all I know. Why are you asking? Are you related to her?
I'm not sure. I think I knew her, yes. There's a period of my life I can't quite remember.
Are you feeling okay? I have a couple of empty cells if you need to lie down and rest.
Yes, I'm fine.
You positive?
Absolutely.
Alright, topics, my condition.
I'd like to tell you why I'm here. You see,
Let me stop you right there. Not my problem.
Sure.
you're not even curious?
Do I look like the kind of person who pursues answers, knowledge?
What?
Yeah, I understand.
Exactly.
I get you, man.
So, a madman on the loose.
Yes, we're having a bit of trouble with this especially rowdy patient. It's the second time today that he's escaped. In my defense, the high-risk section needs a lot of maintenance. Low risk is in somewhat better shape, sans the atmosphere of impending doom. But high risk needs some intensive work, pronto.
What the hell happened to the voice?
That doesn't inspire much confidence, though.
Welcome to my world. Be thankful there's only one high-risk patient admitted at the moment.
Yikes.
Alright, groupie.
Does the term Group E ring a bell, Bruno?
Nah, is that a therapy group?
I believe so, yes. I'm trying to find more information about it.
The archived documents in this place are a complete mess, so good luck with that.
But why is that? Why is everything here in such a state of disarray?
I don't know much about it, except that it was well before my time here. That's past history now.
You mentioned something about past history with the Institute.
Ugh, ugly business. I don't like gossip, especially when my job is involved. This is all I know. It was mostly a conflict between the staff and directors.
Conflict? Over what?
Disagreements about the handling of patients. Apparently there were oversights. Quite a few of them. I don't know much more other than what the newspapers said. You know, the rumors.
It's weird that he is not bringing up that he was a part of the institute, as in he was a patient here.
Do you know where the therapy room is?
Yes. It's on the other side of this floor.
Great, and how can I get there?
You can't with Samson back here trashing the whole cafeteria. It's the only way to reach the back corridor of this floor.
You mean the cafeteria is the only way to the therapy room?
Yeah, well, the library also connects both sides of the building, but the last time I checked, it was locked.
You know, I was acquainted with this place in the past. A number of years ago,
Wait, why are you telling me this?
I don't know.
I assumed that since you're a security guard, you'd want to...
Hold on. We all have responsibilities here. I take care of patients who misbehave. Julia decides who gets in. That's it.
but
Anything else is above my paycheck.
Understandable, booed. You want to
about
say?
this.
Stop pestering me, will you?
Are you familiar with the Kirkbride plan?
Kirk, what? Sal?
It's the
Okay, sure.
architecture.
Oh, right. I remember hearing that term during meetings to coordinate the reopening. An old and impractical type of
But there were plans to change that, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know the whole story. But for sure, the idea is to continue that work. Beginning.
Okay. So I think I'm done here.
All right. I'll be go.
Hey, wait. You seem like a decent sport. Or at least a harmless one. I have a favor to ask of you.
Sure.
Can you go fetch my baton? I left it in my office when I went running to pursue our friend the Tasmanian Devil here.
Okay, I guess. Where is that?
You need to go all the way through the infirmary, then down the stairway. My office is in a lower corridor they used to call the Tunnel of the Damned.
Good grief.
Nah, the name is more intimidating than it sounds. Just please go, ASAP. I need that baton.
Sounds good.
Okay.
See you later, Bruno.
Infirmary, lower corridor. Is that the infirmary then? Oh, now I can open it. Even when it was clean, the orderly and the orderly. Okay, even when it was clean and orderly so many years ago, the infirmary is dark and eerie, blood everywhere. Interesting. We got 3 vinyls? Why so many? Interesting. So these are empty. Look like some kind of organ. I had no idea which one. How I wish for realtors. No. Radiator, but no lady in it. Most windows in areas with patient have some kind of protection. Okay, cool. This is low risk. Block stairways. Apparently some patient had already been transferred even before reopening. I don't think he's doing well. What the fuck? Guess somebody didn't like this teddy bear. What the fuck? What the fuck? What do I do here? Am I gonna ignore the naked guy that ran into a bathroom? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go. Oh! Can I do that? It was heartbreaking, yeah. What? Okay. Upon entering the corridor, I could see why it was nicknamed the Tunnel of the Dam. I didn't recall ever being down here, and I was thankful for that. This must be his office. Okay, October 14 noon, the music again, that blasted tune echoing in the corridor gets on my nerve. As if all the bizarre noises in this horrible place weren't enough. But it's the only way to keep him calm. I'll take the creepy children nursery music over his maniacal pounding any day. Good thing I brought my own food. They said the provision would be available for us during this phase. But I swear they're trying to poison us. I pick one of the abomination in those jars over the museum. In those jars from the museum over the canned stuff they sent us. Or maybe not, I'm bored. I don't know who's supervising this construction work, but there's no way the place will be in safe condition to bring in more patients anytime soon. Certainly not tonight if you ask me, and no one will. Hi, I'm nobody. This whole thing is way too rushed. You don't need to bring dangerous psychopath to test the security of the facility. Just being here for 5 minutes will tell you all you need to know. I'm beginning to regret signing up for this. There's a foul stench coming from that massive metal door at the end of the corridor. I think it leads to the storage room in the basement. I can only imagine the source of that smell. Can't seem to open the door though, it won't budge. Thing is mechanical, and the electrical sound behind it doesn't inspire confidence either. Evening, somewhat. That's it. I'm taking the Kurt's music box away. Can't stand it anymore. I don't care how much he enjoys the music. Eventually he bangs his out brain into oblivion. Gonna be organized for whatever's worth and note accurate times for next entries. Okay, 6 p.m. The lighting in the godforsaken place is failing and giving me a headache. With all that constant flickering is worse than the horrible smell at the end of the corridor, but at least the smell doesn't hurt. Hope this construction worker arrives on time. 7 p.m. The stupid me couldn't help myself and tried opening that door. Zap, electric shock. Way to go, genius. I should trust my instinct next time. With all the stinging humidity down here, I can only assume that the moisture has caused a wiring malfunction. One thing for sure, I'm not getting anywhere beyond this corridor. 8 p.m. The 2 keys seem to be missing. One is for the locked office on a certain Hawthorne, and the other is for the office of the previous director of the institute, Hanwell himself. That Dr. Miller guy asked me about these keys. Sure, your highness, Dr. Miller. Let me spend the whole night searching for those keys. Yeah, I'm not your damn assistant, although that patient roaming the building. Leo, is it? There's something odd about him. I don't trust this guy. Should have a word with him when I get a chance. I see. Alright, you got the baton. Okay, some newspapers. Managed to make out the old schedule administrative stuff that wasn't worth my attention. Okay. As instead of the key would be useful, grab them on the impulse. I'm such a bad boy stealing shit right now. What about this? Okay, I'm just doing shit now. Let's get out of here. I know he told me not to do it, but who the fuck am I to listen ever? Tunnel of the Dam. The old scribbling adorned the wall. I wonder who, on earth who could do that. Sure. A toy guitar. Okay. I don't think I can go further than this. And hopefully I will not get jump scared. The fucker is gone. Well, he is still bashing his head in. Okay, the photo depicted a group of patients talking amongst themselves. A therapy session. They were familiar faces. Alright, that's it, I guess.
Well, you brought my baton. Someone who's actually helpful in this godforsaken chunk of concrete.
You're welcome.
Don't mention it. It was easy to find with your directions.
Should
About these keys.
Hold on. What the hell? Give that back right now.
Why did I do that? I don't know, the game gave me the option to do it. Okay, past history.
What are these rooms?
Hey, you're gonna make some people here uncomfortable if you keep asking these questions. You know, the rumors that led to the shutdown back then. But I suggest you drop this line of questioning. Now, hold on. You're not a reporter, right?
Me? No, absolutely not.
Good.
About this sudden shutdown.
Okay, listen. People here, that is, the new management, don't like hearing about that.
But you said it was old history.
Yeah, look. It's about the reputation of the place. Hanwell used to be a very well-respected institution. But then, something happened. It was serious. The police got involved, newspapers, everything. The whole shebang, and now they're investing a lot of money to get this place up and running again. And they don't want those old stories surfacing again.
Alright, cool. I should not have showed him the goddamn keys. What's wrong with me?
See you later, Bruno.
Why did I give him the keys?
Hey, Bruno. Want to hear this selection, Bruno?
Not interested.
Do you like classical music, Bruno?
I don't like music.
Okay.
There were records lying around.
No, there's random junk scattered everywhere. They need to clean up this damn place.
Alright, find the therapy room.
You don't have the keys to the library?
No.
What kind of security guard are you?
Hey, back off. This place is a mess. It's a miracle they have any security.
Okay.
So, what are you gonna do about that madman?
I'm not going in there yet. I'll wait until he's calmed down a bit.
How can you calm down someone like him?
He will calm down. Eventually, I guess.
I'm done for now.
Is he calmed down? I think he's calmed down. I don't think he's calmed down, never mind. I felt immediate impulse to run away from this place. Was Robin locked up in the institute? Who the hell's Robin? Oh, shit. Oh, whatever. So now, if you go that way, you go that way, you go that way, you go this way, you go this way, you go this way, go into the archive rooms. See the items? Label on the vinyl, relaxing classical music. Nice, I could use some relaxation. I don't know why I'm not hearing anything. The fuck am I not hearing anything? Is my volume too low? Okay, faintly hear it. Oh, look at that. He calmed down. Oh. Ah, that's good. Finally I can go through. 10 p.m. I remember how busy this place was back in the day. Patient gobbling up their stew or rubbing it on their faces. I almost hear the sound of dish clanking. Alright, task. Find a therapy room. It was of paramount importance of my search to search the room where treated her patients. Nothing of interest beneath that blanket. Really? Are you sure about that? Okay, what about this? The remains of old unidentified meal. Adhering to Kirkbride principle. Okay, building as cure, model for mental hospital. Okay, anything important? Separation of high-risk patient from lower-risk one. Psychiatric professional, the importance of keeping patient busy with the task. Nothing of importance, I see. Wait. Spoon, give it to me. Almost gave away. Okay. Ooh, another one. Where am I? It doesn't say. Wait. Cafeteria, I just went through here. The kitchen, the laundry, and the therapy room. Alright, if we go straight and down the hallway. What the fuck? Somebody whispered to me? Don't do that to me. Okay.
Oh.
Hey there. Hanwell?
Hi. My name is Lenny.
Hello, Lenny. I didn't expect to find someone like you walking around.
Oh, but you don't have to worry about me. I behave well. They allow me to walk alone and help.
Well, that's a relief then. I'm pleased to meet you, Lenny.
Now it's my turn to clean this corridor. Why are you here?
It's difficult to explain, Lenny. Some time ago, I was like you. I was being treated in this institute. But something happened. A terrible circumstance that I can't remember. And the truth is, I'm not feeling well. And I don't want to be treated again.
Yes, I know. It happened to me too.
What? You too? But then...
I was here at that time when something happened.
Lenny, we need to talk more.
Sure.
Lenny, I'm looking for the therapy room.
Yes, it's down the corridor.
Oh, then if you would just let me...
No, you can't go.
What do you mean?
I'm cleaning the corridor.
Okay, I'll just step right here, carefully, and avoid.
No, you'll ruin everything!
Fine. Please, don't scream.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on Julia?
Who's Julia?
The girl in the foyer, the receptionist.
Oh, yes. I saw her a few times, but we don't speak much. I'm too busy cleaning.
Okay, Dr. Miller.
Have you met Dr. Miller?
Yes, briefly. I don't like him.
Why is that, Lenny?
He's hiding something. Be careful with
Aren't
him.
we all?
About Dr. Ebers-Baker.
Ebers?
Anne Ebers-Baker.
Oh, Dr. Anne, yes. I remember when we gathered the chairs around her. It was nice speaking with her.
What were the therapy sessions about?
Well, let me see. We talked about our problems, how to keep a healthy mind, our fears too, and how to cope with them. Dr. Anne made me feel well.
Well, that's good.
What do you think about Bruno?
Who is that?
I'm referring to the security guard.
Oh, that man. I didn't know his name. We saw each other a number of times, but we don't speak. I think he's mean.
Yes, he does seem to have a bit of an attitude. So, what about you, Lenny? Do you roam the corridors all the time?
Oh, not quite. I'm assisting with the renovation of the building, cleaning as many areas as I can.
You seem to know your way around. What can you tell me about the Institute?
I don't know. It's nice. I like it in here. Feels like home.
How long have you been here?
Oh, long time. Years, as far as I can recall. They took me away all of a sudden, but I kept asking about Hanwell, and one day they brought me back.
But don't you want to leave and go outside, see the world?
Not really. Maybe I did want to leave a long time ago, but I've forgotten why. There's nothing out there for me.
Interesting.
Lenny, I don't think Dr. Anne really cared about any of us.
Don't say that!
It's just things that I read about her research. She only cared about her reputation.
No, stop it! She made me feel happy. That is everything that matters. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Nothing else comes to mind?
I don't want to think about that anymore.
Okay, apparently it will not get crossed out.
I'm looking for details about a particular therapy group.
Therapy?
Well, my suspicion is that patients who participated in a series of therapy sessions were somehow connected to the circumstances that led to the closure of the Institute. Does this sound familiar to you?
Therapy groups. Yes. I remember them. I had many friends back then.
You do remember?
I remember the sessions. We were all there. They called us Team E.
Hold on. Did you mean Group E?
Yes, that's it.
All right.
Wait, you were saying that you were in Group E during the sessions?
Yes. I remember the letter E very well when they called us. And, Dr. Anne.
This is extraordinary, Lenny. Now we need to understand who else belonged in Group E. Nothing else comes to mind?
I don't want to think of...
The Institute was shut down under strange circumstances, but I don't recall much about that period.
Me neither. We were in pain by then.
What is this about pain?
It was the pain that led to the shutdown. Down below.
Down below? What do you mean?
Yes. We were all happy until they took us to the floor beneath.
I assume you mean the basement. What happened there?
I don't want to talk about it. I want to forget. No more pain.
Please, Lenny, I really need to know what happened. It will help both of us.
That's where it all started. Down below. You should go and see for yourself.
All right. Explore the basement area.
Lenny, I'm having nightmares about my stay in the Institute. I think something terrible happened to us inside this place.
I am happy to help you, but I don't want to remember. They're sad memories.
But still, it's important we understand what happened to us. Can't you?
Please, no.
Sure, Lenny. I'm sorry.
All right, cool.
Lenny, look at this.
Ah, that looks sharp. Please, put it back. I don't like that.
Okay.
Nothing else come
I don't want to think of...
Okay. Topic, my condition.
about me.
Are you
That's one way to put it. My memories feel like they're broken. I've been here, that's one certainty. But some grisly event left my mind crippled.
I feel the same. My memories of that time are fuzzy. I liked being here. This place always made me feel comfortable until the event.
Ah, the event.
To us, Lenny. Well, Lenny, it was nice talking to you.
Wait, you said you wanted to know what happened?
Yeah.
That's right. I came here looking for answers.
Oh, I don't like these memories, but it all started down below.
Down below?
Yes. I've been trying to forget, but if you want answers...
Okay, I already knew that. So I can't go there right now. Because of course I can't. Oh, is that the way to the basement? Wow, that's beautiful. All right. Okay. A bug spray. The clothes had been hanging in the dark, damp place for a long time. They were covered in mold. Okay. Wow, that's dark. Maybe some time ago, patient used to wear them. Why am I going into the dark? Oh, it's a furnace room. The right boiler wasn't working. Unfortunately, the other one provided... Oh. Ah. For the time being, we have been able to proceed without raising much suspicion, but that won't last long. Yesterday, the absences from the yard were noticed and the nurse Alice inquired about the missing patients. Sidestepping Anne and addressing me directly like that means the nurses are far more concerned than I imagined. As for Anne, I overheard her wondering aloud why her patients were covered in dirt if they hadn't been seen in the yard. It's a relief that Walter gave in to the idea of renovating our building, but he is growing too old-fashioned and stubborn. No doubt the failure of this invention hit him hard. His invention hit him hard. He used to be keeper on the progress and the swift adoption of new modern technologies, but something deep inside him has changed. Now he's stuck in the past and has grown too attached to this building. His grandiose creation, which inevitably has to change. No matter we waited for too long and we need money, it always comes down to money. Until we are able to secure adequate funding, we have no choice but to resort to cheap labor. Being located in the countryside has its share of benefits, but procuring the manpower needed to remodel this place has proven to be quite a bit more challenging than expected, and always subject to brutal reality of cost. At first, Walter insisted we select one patient from each group to minimize the risk of calling attention to their absence. But I argued that it was preferable to choose an entire close-knit group to avoid spreading unnecessary chatter that we couldn't control. Of course, in the end, they're all lunatics. Their word carries no weight compared to ours, but it's still desirable to keep gossip to the minimum. If one small group of mentally unstable people insists on discussing things the greater population knows nothing about, we could always contend that this isolated group is experiencing a collective hallucination. AKA Group E. It's almost midnight and my turn to supervise the work. One of the patients mentioned an odd smell emanating from the newly opened tunnel. They always imagine the strange things, but I think I heard sort of hissing sound that puzzled me. This seems worth investigating. Can't believe it. As I approached the opening, there was a hint of haze or condensation in the air. It smelled very unusual indeed. I can't describe, but it felt old. Some kind of ancient, highly concentrated earthy smell. Curious about this, I instructed patient Leonard, I believe, to strike the wall one more time. I had to insist twice. His stool wedged open a cervix, which released a formidable steam of fumes. It's hard to convey on paper, but there was a change in the air pressure and the foul odor intensified throughout the tunnel. The patient were too nervous. I must seek Walter. Interesting. All right. All right, cool. Damn, this shit is too dark. It was too dark to venture ahead. I couldn't see a thing down the corridor. Needed some light source to proceed. Okay. Is there a possibility that I can find a piece of wood? Wait, I did not notice that. Grating or trapdoor on the concrete floor. John Crawford. Condition unstable. Therapy group E. Okay. I should read that properly. Profile: medium-sized male whose outlandish behavior and off-putting manners often disturb his peers. A clear case of paranoia and deemed highly unstable. Even though he is still slim, fairly short in stature, John Crawford has been known to terrorize some of the most maniacal patients with his wild, staring eyes. Unfortunately, Crawford is often in good spirits, and whenever that happens, he can be one of the most joyful and amusing patients in the institute, constantly making jokes and lightening the mood. He is fast talker and quite witty too. He could have become a great comedian if not for his mental condition. However, just as he can be cheerful, he can also immediately turn violent and frequently causes harm to both his peers and nursing team. Crawford has an intense fear of darkness, which specialists still cannot explain. I mean, he has a fear of darkness. I don't see the thing that needs to be explained. I can't pick up a piece of wood. Probably need a flashlight or something. Hey, Lenny, can I talk to you about something?
Lenny,
Yes?
All right, so people, Crawford.
are you familiar with the name Crawford?
Right. Crawford. He was in our group with Dr. Ann. He made many jokes. So funny. I laughed a lot with him. But he also had a scary look on his face. Sometimes he just went crazy.
Do you know what happened to him?
No. One day, he just disappeared.
Interesting.
Lenny, I need to learn more.
I don't like to remember that place. But
What am I supposed to do?
just look in the rooms.
All right, cool. Oh, the thing is open now.
Hey, Bruno.
Yeah, Lenny.
What can you tell me about Lenny?
Who?
The patient who is cleaning the corridors.
Oh, Leo.
Oh,
I
Leo.
think it's Leonard, but yes, that guy.
I don't appreciate him wandering around like that. But I guess he's okay. Doesn't look like he could do much harm to anyone. But I'll tell you this. I saw him a number of times getting too close to places he shouldn't be. Once I saw him entering and leaving one of the high-ranking offices.
Now that's strange.
You bet. There's likely confidential information in there.
Oh, what about Crawford?
Ever heard of a patient called Crawford?
Crawford? No, I'm sorry.
No worries, thank you.
Yeah, he is a new guy.
Is there anything you can tell me about the basement?
I don't know, man. It's a basement. It hasn't been used in ages. And there's a foul stench coming from down. You find that interesting? Clearly you have unusual interests.
Topics.
I'm trying to determine which patients were part of this therapy group named E.
Listen, that sort of thing is way out of my jurisdiction.
Not now. I mean in the past. Before the place was shut down.
Then there's no way I can help you with that. I wasn't even a security guard back.
Yeah, I
But
know.
If it's so important to you, you can try Dr.
All right, thank...
I'm trying to be a better... Not.
Sure. Okay, item, people, Crawford.
I'll be going.
All right, so I can. Okay. But all of them are closed. What the hell's up with that? It's locked. Can I interact with it and see what's up with this door? Interesting. Oh look, Julia's back. Well, Julia. I'm gonna leave it here actually, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode of Asylum. Bye-bye, everyone.